for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
You know, in the words of a good old song, Lord, it took us some time for you to get to the place that you wanted us to be. But it didn't get no damn where hell. We should have been at the Sonic headquarters. Slushies and tater tots and Sonic Smashers. I mean, they looked like they were having more of a good time. What? Welcome to this damn show we do. Welcome in, y'all. We're live on tour. I hear is Wayne Lowe's available, but either way, we are live on tour. Of course, I'm not by myself. Look at here, look at here, look at here. The Q is here. Our Q, our main man Q and Gigi Nod. What's going on, y'all? Oh, my Lord.
What's going
Hey,
on,
hey.
family? What's going on?
Going on, everybody?
Child, we did say next Saturday was going to be crazy. And we knew it was going to be crazy, but... And we all felt that should have been at least a two-parter. And it is going to be. But y'all couldn't do 2 hours, though. Because I literally said, this could have been 2 hours. Like, it just cut off, you know? But also, too, there was a lot dropped down in 60 minutes. Good Lord. So, overall thoughts before we start this thing, because I was just like, and I don't even think you can even have the flabbermodacity, like you said, Gigi. I don't think you can have it for this, because it's just like, Gigi actually came up with that word, ladies and gentlemen, the flabbermodacity.
Yes, the flabbermodacity, because, child, it just,
Crazy,
I just don't
crazy
even
work.
know. I just be flabbergasted. I be dumbfounded. I just be trying to figure out where they be finding all of this audacity. Like, is it on wholesale? Like, is there the buy one get one? I mean, shit. Are they getting this audacity off offer up? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out.
I mean, you know, for reunion shows, you know, they sometimes it's an 8-hour day, 12-hour day, 14-hour day if it's bad. So obviously it may or may not have been some combative coffee drunken, but some of those people, they had that energy by the damn self. Q, go ahead, brother. Where are you emotionally right now with this? Because it's just
awesome. All I gotta say is Cam. Oh, Cam. Oh, Cam. Oh, Cam.
Man.
that part.
That was
wild.
Like I said, I at one point I said they're trying to make Cam the star of the show.
Yeah.
Cam really,
You
I guess
called it.
he put himself in position to be the star of the show, you know. And one thing about it is you really got to see who's ready for love and who needs to work on who.
Yes.
I mean, and who needs to work on what in
Yep.
their own personal life. You know what I mean? It was
Gotcha.
kind of like a lot of times, like you always say, they can only show what you give them.
That's it.
And throughout that whole show, at the end, during this reunion,
Ooh, the real came out, child.
the real came out. And who everybody was came out.
Yep.
Man, that was crazy.
And let me tell you, Sharice, she is that woman, okay? don't get it twisted for one damn second.
Yeah,
And let me just
Shanice.
say this
Listen,
about
Shanice was calling them out, okay? She was making sure to let it be known. But I want to piggyback off Q real quick because
Yeah,
the
go
whole
ahead.
Cam situation, when you could just see his lies piling up and you like he was lying so much and getting caught up that you could almost see what he looks like every time he lies so that you know, he lying. Because you know, certain people, especially when they're a habitual liar, they have a certain tick or a certain thing that they do to let you know
Absolutely.
you're not telling the truth. Something's not right.
And
Cam's-
not to, no, go ahead.
Yeah, his mask slipped, and the truth really came out.
You said slipped, right? You said slipped? Okay, hang on 1 minute.
Yeah,
Hang
it
on.
slipped.
Time is slipping away from me. Just had to get my friends, in here. Since you said slipped, just. but I fully agree with you. It's like, bruh, what you did to Sahara was more than enough. But the fact you executed that energy in a higher frequency. Now listen, I had to get an expert in here, and this expert is going to give their opinion real quick before we get into it. Go ahead, Umberto. What do you think of what Cam did? Go ahead.
I'm telling you a story, Mama.
Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
He never got no.
Now listen. Todd was not a part of Ready to Love this season. So
Hold on. I'm sorry. One more time for the people in the back, because I don't think Cam. I think Cam went on a bathroom break, or maybe he got a call for a fight.
Okay.
I don't understand,
Sure.
but he needed one more time.
We give love, grace, and space over here all the time, don't we? We'll do it one more time.
He never got no pictures. I'm telling you a story, Mama.
Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
So basically, it was a scheme that Cam set up to come to them with the bullshit. Bertha, you are always on time. Thank you, gorgeous. I hope you're doing well. Absolutely. Because, oh my Lord. And let me tell you something. Truly, I think this is why eliminations will always be in, dating reality competitions. But I also think that maybe formats where people don't get eliminated, so they can actually grow. Maybe those formats will grow because, like I said with Shanice, when she said what needed to be said, let me tell you something. Even though Shanice, she felt a little bit bougie, I would rather have, a Shanice than a Sahara still. Because we're not going to pretend that new date should have been me and her. I'm just keeping it a buck. It should have been the elbow body pain for me and her. But I wasn't chosen, unfortunately, by Own and Will Packer, like Her Entertainment, nor for Deanna.
But Shanice didn't lose in the process.
No,
you know what I
she
mean?
didn't.
She didn't lose in the process. You know what I mean? So I was, and a lot of times, it's not about you falling down. It's about how you get back up and keep moving.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So through her process, after the show, after her exit, she found love. You know what I mean? So,
She did.
and her value was always there. It was just some of the, I don't know if Fritz left before her. But anyway.
I think she left and then Fritz left. Because Fritz stayed in it for a little bit longer, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I do think you're right. I think.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think because I think it might have been Fritz was the guy who left, and then the following week she was the girl who left, or something like that, or like somewhere close in the time they were both eliminated. Somewhere close.
So I got it in reverse. Okay, then my bad. Now speaking of people.
I mean, you could have had it the right way. I honestly can't remember, especially with this whole break thing. There's a lot I don't even remember. Like, I forgot about the whole girl True. I forgot about her until I seen her, and I was like, oh. And then when I heard her and the stuff she was saying, I was like, oh no wonder why she didn't last long. With a name like True, she was full of lies.
Full of lies. I forgot about Rocky. I forgot all about Rocky. I said, I looked. I said, is that? Dang, I forgot all about Rocky.
Wait a minute. Not you being at the Ready to Love family reunion. Oh, you became family this? Oh, what's it? Oh, you I'm so sorry.
Girl, you the one with the potato salad. I forgot. Oh, that was you. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was one. Oh, you was the one that got pregnant by Bubba's brother last year.
Damn.
And she like, that was me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. That's me. That's me.
That's like, damn.
Listen, we gonna
or hold on. In her own words, oh, so wait a minute. You was the one that stabbed Aquavius with the fork. That was you. Okay, that was you.
Me. That was me.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And
having folks with forks.
And that's why we could not have the Ready to Love family reunion at Lucky Strike Entertainment in Atlanta or in Philadelphia because, well, not Atlanta, but the reason why we couldn't have it in Philadelphia at any bowling alley was because bowling balls and Rocky don't get along. But speaking of that, I want to pull up this clip. Now, Nephew Tommy said Ready to Love Polyamory Edition. Q, you had a great title to evolve it. What was that title, good sir?
Can you remind me, please, sir?
Yes, sir. It was called Ready to Freak. And we're going to watch. Say that one more time, brother.
I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So we're about to watch the first two participants to come to either Ready to Love Polyamory Edition or Ready to Freak, which will be coming on after the Chicago season. Friday nights, 8-7 Central, only here, hashtag on keeping it real. Now, for those of you who say, well, Bray, contestants can't come back. They did a whole show called Ready to Love Make a Move. Just follow us here. There's a bunch of all this. Let's watch it.
Thank you.
Nice.
He's cute.
Good lady.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's focus on me, not the waitress.
Wait.
We can take the waitress home.
Yeah. Whatever you want.
We going to take her home later.
It's gonna be a good night though. I gotta be going.
I gotta be going too. You gonna be that creepy couple that's be staring at the chick on the ground, be like, yo,
we looking at you. No, I would tell her. No, we looking at you.
I wouldn't even beg. I'll just allow you to beg.
All right. You promise? All right. We on that.
I'm just an innocent bystander at that point. I'll let you go ahead and get what you want. I'll be back.
But you gotta be there. It ain't that's all for me. You gotta be there.
I'll be there.
Oh, right.
You ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna be there. I'm asking you so it makes sense.
No more bourbons for me.
Yeah, stop right there. Right there, stop. Because that's something about you that be bringing certain stuff out of me.
Well, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right.
During the final brunch, Kim and I had our usual banter. We're always very flirty, and when we see each other, it's just that attraction that is at first all the time. So it's genuine. Like, that's just how it is with us.
How you guys doing with your hair?
Doing great.
You guys want water?
Sure. I'll take some water for you.
What's your name?
Megan.
Hey, Megan. I'm Angie. That's Cam.
Are you guys from the area?
Yeah, I'm from Philly, yeah.
From Philly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I live like right around here. So.
Oh, yeah? Okay, that's dope.
Oh, you can walk to work.
I do, yeah.
That's how I do. I want to turn out of the chicks with my partner.
Yeah.
like the other people with my partner and turn them out.
Oh yeah, so they can be at our door.
Damn.
How the f*** your daughter gonna be all right? We doing homework. This bitch at our door.
No, everybody want to stand. I don't play that.
What you gonna say? You can't come to the house. Don't bother my wife.
Call me first.
Why the f*** they calling you?
Call you. I don't give. Just make sure you call somebody first. And at the end of the day, no matter how good you think my man is, don't nobody come before my wife.
I'm drunk to that.
I'll drink to that. All right.
You can catch Cam and Angie on the new season of Ray Lover spinoff show called Ray the Freak, hosted by
Ray the Freak, baby.
hosted by nephew Tommy. Now, Q, I do want to say this, good sir, because you know we are family up here. You know that, right? So,
Most love, my
before
bro.
the show, I got an email from public relations saying that GG9 will be a expert on the spinoff show Ray the Freak on OWN. So GG, congratulations. Let me do this real quick for you. Hang on real
Thank
quick.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
You know, they understand real talent. They know.
Now, did contract negotiations go well for you? Like, how did that go?
I mean, it always goes well for me. You know, that's the whole point of, you know, being ahead, you know. So yeah, you know, it was my terms. Only thing is I felt like they should probably change the name of it if we do a spinoff with just Cam and Angie called The Turnout. So that we can just see how many they could turn.
Wait, Ray to turn out then.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Just ready to turn out. So that's the only thing right now that's still in negotiation is if we're going to change that, or because we actually have a two-parter. We have the Ready to Love Freak Off edition. But then there's also the spin-off of that specifically for Cam and Angie. Yeah. So yeah, we're waiting for negotiations on that.
Okay. You know, I was going to ask, did you get ahead because you know how handle head, or I'm sorry, maybe that was not asked in the contract negotiations.
Listen, all I can say is they took my husband's word for it. Okay.
Oh, okay then. Well, there it is. Let's get to this damn after show review and shit. I cannot with y'all. Oh my god.
But let me say that right there, though, that video. Listen, have we or have we not talked about the dynamic of Angie and Cam's relationship being more of a sexual thing?
Yes, we have.
And it seems like that is actually more so what Cam was there for. Yes, they're all grown, and sex is definitely a part of a relationship. But when you put it out there so strongly, and that's mainly what it seems to be is your strong suit, then it's like you can't really be mad if a person says, well, they don't really know you or they don't choose you because you're not giving a certain quality that they're looking for, because it seems like as deep as you go is, you know, in between. But
right,
yeah, that right there, I am not surprised. I just wish they would have showed that more throughout the season. That would have been entertaining.
Yeah. But coming down to it, not to cut you off, but coming down to it, seeing that clip, Cam should have chosen Angie because of what he said when him and Ro were trying to date and things didn't happen. I mean, what happened, but it didn't, go past whatever reason. And he sat there and said, yes, I want my partner to know if I decide to step outside of our relationship, I want you to know that I'm doing that, which was stupid, you know. I didn't. I was, you know. Cam might have some things he got to deal with, but I feel like Angie would have been more open to something like that than Rose.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Than Rose and Sahara.
And not to mention too, I mean, they would have had wonderful cocktails by that bartender, you know. Hey, listen, we gonna have our party. Since I already know you, can you come by the house?
But I mean, I'm not trying to jump ahead, but once we get into it, just like the whole conversation when it came to Cam and Sahara, and Shanice was talking about how he had messaged her and was asking her who to pick, and then his whole thing when he was backstage with Sahara was she's trying to make it out to be something that it's not, and you know, I was gonna choose you, but I had that conversation with her before. And it's like, Cam, Sahara's always been in your top 3. Like, it's always been 3 ladies throughout the whole show. Everybody's known it's been 3 ladies. So when you ask somebody else for advice and she's not even in your top, it's like, you wasn't considering her.
And also, too,
I don't see why he did not choose Angie, especially having a conversation like that. And if she aligns more with what you want when it comes to that kind of connection, why would you know what I'm saying? Like, not give that to her. And maybe it's because that's all he can offer as well, like the emotional stability, the you know what I'm saying, the mental. He can't really give that. All he has is that physical aspect to himself. So if he can match somebody that can at least, you know, get with that, to him, that's fine. Not realizing there's more that comes to it. And this is why, you know, you most likely haven't really been successful in dating. And also it came out that he's a cheater. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And not to mention too, Cam, this is just brother to brother. And, you know, me and Q, you know, are one on this. Y'all remember when I said the quiet part out loud about how when women say, try me if you want to, and I translated that to motherfucker, I wish you would. And Gigi said, okay, and what's your point? Bruh, when Shanice was translating your bullshit, you did not pull a Gigi 9 and say, okay, and you didn't deny shit at all, bro. So
no, he tried to sugarcoat it. He tried to gaslight the situation by making it as though, oh no, I was just joking. No, you got called out. That's just like somebody who begs for forgiveness after being caught doing wrong. No, you're not asking for forgiveness because you truly know you're wrong. You're asking for forgiveness because you know that you fucked up. Like, you know that you're about to get in trouble and you're about to get consequences. So in order to save face, you gotta backtrack, or you gotta at least try to make like, oh no, I was just joking. That I wasn't even for real about it. Like, no.
Exactly.
That was bullshit.
Because guess what? If she would have told him, come on, I wonder what he would have said.
Yep. No, for sure. So
when it came out, he initiated the fact that, which, okay, matter of fact, we'll get to it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna say this. He initiated her telling her, well, let me come be your boy toy. He even admitted that. So where, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like she asked him, he initiated that. And you're right. If she would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, he would have went.
No, absolutely. For sure. This and with that being said, you cannot say that you did not want an invitation when you invite yourself. So with that being said, we start off this reunion with John, not John, a John vocab lesson. And Nephew Tommy said it was juicier than a Philly cheesesteak rather. Nephew Tommy, with all due respect, the love making that me and Miss Jill Scott Lee have done was juicier than the entire season that took a 5 to 6 month break. It was not that juicy. Okay, it was not that juicy. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. All right, listen. Moving on. What did y'all think of that opening with Tommy of the Cast? What did y'all think of that John vocab lesson? And then Nephew Tommy just lying out of his ass, saying the season was juicier than the Philly cheesesteak. What did y'all think about that opening?
I mean, I of course it wasn't as more than what he made it seem like. You know what I mean? It was
Right.
maybe a chopped cheese. Maybe a chopped cheese.
Gigi, what did you think of the opening there?
I mean, listen, I like the whole fact of, it's the comeback. It's everybody coming back. We're getting into it. Tommy is always going to bring you something that's going to make you question, wait a second, Tommy, I don't know if you saying this to hype up the show or if you really believe in this shit. Because wait a second, what do you know that we don't? And I feel like some shit he might have known, but I feel like he was actually surprised with a lot of it. Yeah. And he was like, oh yeah, we got some juicy stuff. It was juicy. We just couldn't show y'all all the juice. But
I don't believe there's been like one, not to cut you off, beautiful, and then I'll get right back to you. I don't think there was one never before seen piece of footage in part 1, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Oh, you're saying like on here, did they show never before from part 1?
Exactly. Because sometimes they'll do that on the reunions, but we did not see not one exclusive piece of never before seen footage in part 1.
Yeah, not from part 1, but yeah, everything from part 2.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we get to Angie, and this busting out the windows thing is still a thing. Child, there is only one person who is still upset about it. It's this motherfucker right here. Okay, it's this one right here. Okay. I honestly tell you the truth, Cam. This is what you look like, bro. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up right. Give me one damn moment.
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days. Where the hell that bitch live at?
It's not.
Still don't know where that bitch live at, Nene, or that Mitch, to say the least. So we get to Angie.
She was so serious. 265 days a year.
She really was, and that's why I played it, Gigi, because this motherfucker Cam, he's having a 265 day a year mindset. You still focused on one damn thing that she owned up to. So with that being said, Angie, the last time she busted a window out somebody's car, nephew Tommy, made a joke about, well, the fact that you paused and mean it had to be recent. So then Angie said 5 years ago. Then she played other people's top, house versus car. And Angie said, well, it goes back to what did they do? Of course, Sahara, the one who burned the candle and buried a man in the backyard and said that on national television, she agreed, of course. Cam hopes it's in the past. Hussein said that she is a better person. Eddie, who, he's Rick Fox of the Oprah Winfrey Network. Even he said, I believe that she's a better person. And Cam's talking about ownership. Sir, excuse you, sir.
Time is slipping away from me. Yeah.
Sir, really? Do you want ownership? What the fuck have you done up to? Not a damn thing. And Angie clocked that tea and said, basically, these men want a yes woman. And because I didn't say exactly what Cam wanted to hear, he didn't choose me. And then nephew Tommy said, well, do you know what you need to work on, Angie? Being softer. Angie said, Eddie likes the strong side. So Eddie's not backing down from shit. He's being responsible of, if I don't do dumb shit, I don't have to get a dumbass prize. Ladies and gentlemen.
Bingo.
I get a point. So then Angie talks about that it's been we've conversed and it's been platonic. And Khalil has been talking to Angie, shot his shot and scored. and then they went to Deanna with that damn wig. The dress was dressing. The wig was not wigging. Okay? Jesus. Ran across the TV. I'm just like, hold up. Wait. I'm sorry. Can you run across again? I'm so sorry. I was making sure the camera was getting all the colors. Okay, can you do that 2 more times? Braylon, the camera is balanced. Stop doing that shit. Listen, we got a 12-hour day, Dave. I want to see some thick, wrong chocolate behind, okay? Listen. I'm trying to regulate myself because me and Deanna got things to do later. But I'm trying to make sure that everybody looks good. Moving on. It was a 3-pointer. And then Cam said, well, he can have it. Bruh. He can have it when you wanted it with her and Megan? When Megan said that she walks to work and y'all both observed that? Get the fuck out my face. Y'all take it. Y'all got it.
Let me just say, with Cam, he was just getting on my nerves the entire time. Like, his whole demeanor was throwing me off. Just his attitude, the shit he was saying under his breath, the lies he was getting caught up in. Everything about him was just pissing me off. And like you said, when Angie was, speaking, he's still stuck up on her, busting windows out the car. My thing is, I feel like he's stuck on that because he knows that he's the type of person to do some shit that would put you in the mindset to want you bust out the windows of his car.
Say that to me in the back. Somebody in the back can't hear you. Say it again. Somebody in the back can't hear you.
He definitely does things that will have you busting the windows out of his car. It has come out that he's a cheater. Okay? He said it and admitted he has cheated. He's a cheater. I'm sorry, I don't know how many. I mean, there's some women that definitely can walk away and, hey, it is what it is. But if you put in that time and that effort and you didn't put in that space and that work, honey, you lucky, and you better be hopeful that the windows is the only thing that's busted.
Yeah.
Because you can't be going around playing with people's feelings and hearts like that. And it's not even just women busting out windows. Men do it too.
Yep.
Okay? And that's only because emotions are involved. When you're playing with somebody's emotions or you're being disrespectful or you're feeling disrespect is the quickest way to get an ass whooping. Before anything else, a person, if they feel disrespected, honestly, you will die. You can lose your life over a person feeling disrespected, not actually even being disrespected, but because they felt that you disrespected them, a person can take your life. So you're telling me that you can go around and disrespect women, play with their feelings, their time, their effort, all of that stuff, and you expect not to get some type of retaliation in some type of way? No, I'm pretty sure he's had that happen several times, and he does not want to put himself in that. So that's why he's acting like that with Angie. And then also the fact that he knows, see, he's had these 3 women in his top the whole time. He's had Angie, Rose, and Sahara. And we have seen how he has played with each one of them. Just like you see his attitude right now sitting here in front of Angie where he's acting all nonchalant, like he don't care, he don't give a fuck, like, so what, whatever. But then when he gets around Sahara, he want to act like he wants to be with Sahara. Like, I was going to choose you and it was you and, this is where I wanted to be. But then when it comes to, we find out, well, actually, you really didn't want to be with Sahara because if y'all was supposed to be working it out after the show, you didn't choose her, you chose Rose.
Correct.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're showing different stuff. And even in the back when Angie went off on him and was like, keep your name out of my mouth or whatever, he's sitting there wanting to talk to her, he's wanting to explain, he's wanting hugs, do you forgive me, da-da-da-da. Like, so why are you acting like this now? Like, what is it really? Is it the fact that you chose wrong and you're regretting your choice? Like, I feel like Cam is so fraudulent in his ways that he does not even understand his true self. So he don't even know how to be. Like, he's the type of person, that'll switch majors depending on who he's dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's never sure. He's not consistent. Like, he will change careers depending on who he's dating type person. Like, I just don't feel like he's consistent with really what he wants and who he is. Like, I don't know. There's a lot more to Cam. I feel like he hides a lot. He's lying. He's very deceptive and manipulative, and I just don't like him. But that whole thing, Angie, one thing I will say about you is when nephew Tommy asked about if there's anything you need to change, and you sit there and act like, no. Let's stop that right there, because making changes daily is very important, regardless of if you know it or not. Like, we all need to change something. And going through this process, if going through this process has made you feel or made you see that you still like you feel like you're flawless, then that right there is what you need to change, is the fact that you feel like you're flawless. I feel like you might need a little more humbling. But I love you, girl. Love you to pieces. But yeah.
Q, at the Radar Love fan reunion, why did Gigi sound like an auntie lamb? Now, baby, you held your own, and I'm proud of you, because Cam was shit. But you ain't too clean your damn self. Now, I love you, Auntie Gigi, loves you very much.
Gigi, that cousin, let's get a drink first. Let's talk about it. Let's get a drink right quick. Let's take a shot. Then we'll talk about it. Let's take a shot real quick.
I am definitely that one. Like, yo, because listen, y'all know I like to smoke. You want to drink? Here, let's go ahead and take this shot real quick. I'm rolling up. Now listen, hold on. This is what you're gonna hear. Now hold on, wait a second. Now listen. Listen. Now I understand that you really liked him, okay? I know that y'all was talking all sexual and freaking. You thought he was gonna be the one that was going, take you to Pound Town. But listen, honey. Not all ick is good ick. Okay? Some of it can make you sick. So you got to brace yourself, pace yourself, honey. Okay? Matter of fact, you see that bartender over there? He look good, don't he? Listen. There's options. Okay? You're not you're not committed. Matter of fact, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. No, look at this Insta. Look at this. No, do you see all this? This right here is proof. Honey, open your eyes. You need another shot? Okay, here. Look, bartender. 2 more. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how it is, and I'm gonna let you sit there. You can cry and holler and all that. It's up to you to listen. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm gonna send you some proof. But other than that,
let me get 2 limes and some salt too. Let me get 2 limes and the salt.
Right. Listen here, we need margaritas with extra Don Julio. Like, we can do this.
Put some Grand Marnier in mine, because I need flavor to sip this motherfucker slow.
Listen, we can sit there and sip on Long Island's because the tea is coming, okay? Listen.
You know what? No. Q, go ahead. Before I do a joke, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Man, the crazy thing about it is, you know what I mean? Let's be real, a lot of people, especially a lot of women and guys, response is a lot softer than what they want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, me cussing somebody out or somebody cussing me out is lesser than what they really want to do. Like, sometimes, you actually want to put physical harm to people, but it's like, nah, I'm better than that. I'm not going to take myself there. You know what I mean? But for Angie, I can tell she's grown from it. But from Cam, I'm telling you, Cam, you my dog, but you got F-boy tendencies. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? The reason why I say that is,
no, that's factual. No, you're right.
You're worried about the repercussion. You shouldn't be worried about the repercussion. You should be worried about your actions.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Don't worry about. And then the thing about it is, what you control is, you control your decision. You don't control the outcome.
Come on.
So a lot of times, what Angie's saying, I feel where you're coming from, Angie, but that ain't the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. That ain't the way to do it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Cam want to play in people's face, and then when they turn out and show them who they really are, you ain't had to do that to me. You can't throw a rock and hide your hand. And that's what he does. And Angie, I give it to her because she's real. You know what I mean? And I like it. And I understand why a lot of guys are attracted to her. You know what I mean? But for her to sit there and say, nah, I'm good, that's Nah, we all got something to work on. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to sit there and expose what you're working on? That's up to you. But you can't say, yeah, I got some things I'm working on and I think I need to get better at. You can't say that. You know what I mean? But Cam, on the other hand, Cam know how he moved. And another thing, I don't agree with everything he says. The guy I'm about to bring up, I don't agree with everything he said. But one particular thing I do agree that he said, what he said is, hypersexual people have trauma. And that's what I really feel like Cam has. Cam has some trauma that he had to deal with. I remember earlier, before we took a 6-month break, Cam talked about depression. And he talked about going through, some mental struggles. And a lot of times, whenever you're rebuilding yourself, you need validation from people. Cam one of the type of people that want everybody to like him. It's not one girl on that show that really had anything good to say about Cam.
Not one.
Because during the process, he wanted all the girls to like him. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I liked about Francisco and even Jay, they were like, nah, I see one. I'm going to try my best to rock with it and see where we go from there. You know what I mean? Let me make my choice early. Let me go ahead and try and pursue that. You know what I mean? And like they say, it's too late in the process to be having 3 and 4 connections. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's too late in the process. Come on, bro. Like stop. You know what I mean? So Cam's not ready to love.
No,
he's not. He's not ready to love at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sahara's more ready to love than Cam.
And that's saying a lot for what she said at the beginning of the show. Listen, for the one that said she burned the candle and buried the man to have the most sense to not take shit, Sahara, and listen, you should know that's a lot from me because let me tell you, Gigi and Q were riding for you. I was not riding for your ass until there were circumstances that had to make me ride for your ass. But what I've come to realize is you can only do what works for you, and not everybody is supposed to take you on. And that's cool. But I do see that, you just don't take no shit. And to me and to other people, it looked like you were crazy. But at least you own up to your crazy. So,
Yeah, I was just going to say that, not to cut you off, but yeah, I agree with that. Like, even though it might have looked like she was crazy or just, too much or, in terms we understand ratchet, it might have looked a little ratchet a little bit. But Sahara just real. She was true to herself. She was true to her form. You know what I'm saying? And she realized that Cam wasn't shit. She was peeping it. And I feel like that's what she was doing. She was scoping. She really didn't have too much of a connection with anybody that was there. But she did, Cam was that connection. And I feel like that's because Cam is very hypersexual. Like that's what he was looking for. He was looking for somebody who he felt like, and this is just my opinion, I feel like he was looking for somebody who he could have that chemistry with, but also who could, it's kind of crazy because his niece or his cousin was saying how Sahara is kind of like the women that he dated. So I feel like he wanted something familiar, but he wanted something new too. And that's what Sahara gave. But he was like holding out, trying to see if he could actually, to me, in a way, I feel like he was trying to see if he could play Rose and Angie. Because them is some real women. Listen, Sahara, you're a real woman too. Don't take this the wrong way, but this is what I mean. When it comes to, real women, like they're different. They're on a different level. They're on that real emotional, connection, that mental. They're, there's a difference to them. The way they carry themselves is definitely a lot different. Yeah, it's a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Compared. But Cam doesn't fit with either one of them because he's not on their level. So he was trying to see if he could keep his mask on long enough to make one of them fall for him so that he could go ahead and do what he did, which is what he did with Rose after the fact, and still string Sahara along just in case he got eliminated. He had to have a backup somewhere. So having those 3 women that he knew he really didn't want to truly be with them like that, I feel like that was just his way of playing the game. And I'm gonna read this comment real quick from Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper says Cam was trying his best to take down the whole cast. And I feel like that. Like I agree with that. Like I feel like that's what he was trying to do. And then it says, imagine self-eliminating, talking about Hussein. Imagine self-eliminating only to find out the woman you liked was fucking another dude. And
yeah,
it said Rose didn't flinch when she said it, which she did. But yeah, like there was too much stuff being called out about Cam, and I feel like Sahara was definitely, she dodged the bullet. I feel like all the women dodged the bullet. Rose was the only one that backtracked, but
I think Cam found out that Rose got some Sahara energy. Her damn self.
Exactly. Hussein dodged the bullet.
Right. Hussein dodged the bullet too. Yeah. Cause Rose definitely did not come to play. Now see, listen, that's what I mean by that other form of you play with somebody's emotions, or when a person feels disrespected, they're going to retaliate. There's a difference to them. I'm gonna tell you, when a person gets mad, their voice goes up an octave or it goes down an octave. Like there's so many changes that happens to a person when emotions are involved. Like, so busting out the windows out of a car, as bad as it sounds, is pretty common, because it's hurt me hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's that fight fire with fire. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You know what I'm saying? You do to me, I'm gonna do to you. It's that type of thing. Is it right? No. Does that make you, feel better? Sometimes. Sometimes it does. Okay. We even talked about this. This is why they have smash houses, because sometimes just smashing things and breaking things does release a chemical inside of you that helps release stress. It helps you to, decompress sometimes. So sometimes you have to do it. Now, should you do it with other people's property? No. If you paid for the shit, tear it up. It's yours. Whatever. Tear it up. It's yours. But
and also too, to tell you the truth, if you are so blessed enough to have communication skills, you and her could both be a smash room to each other. Okay? In a pleasurable way, ladies and gentlemen. Listen.
Bingo.
Shit. Listen, turn that into couples therapy. Oh, okay. Listen, you pissed me. Listen. Okay, so y'all know I talk about my husband because, that's just me. I'm that type of person. Plus, it relates to a lot of stuff that we talk about.
Yes.
Let me tell you, my husband, he's not the violent type. Now, when he goes into protector mode, different story. We're just talking about just normal everyday person. Okay, not the violent type at all. But if I make him mad enough, and it's so funny, sometimes I do it on purpose, because like, you know what? We going to the boxing ring. We finna box. Like, we're just gonna box it out. Like, no, we just gonna box. I just want to box right now. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go then. Talking shit, knowing that, listen, if he hits me the right way, I'm gonna be fucked up, okay? But it's just the simple fact of, hey, there's ways to release that anger, or to still be a couple and be able to, like, hey, let's go ahead and release this anger and this aggression and animosity. We can do this together. And then afterwards we can come back and, still be loving. Like, there's so many ways to make even the worst part of a relationship good.
Correct.
I mean, as long as it's, not a dangerous one or something that's unhealthy, something like that, there's nothing that you can make good about that. You just get the fuck away. But yeah.
And Gigi, sometimes you and your husband have to have, round 2, 3, and 4, because he's punching that ring down there very hard. He's trying to do knockouts down in that ring, so.
Well, that's a different boxing gym that we go to, but
you know what?
It's neither here nor there. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, there it is. This damn show we do.
But yeah, it's just Cam the whole time. Like even in the reunion, like Q said, they're still trying to make him the star. But the thing about it is they're unraveling his stardom. Like it's coming. All the things that he tried to hide is coming out. So it's like, okay, you're not who we thought you was. Which I don't think any of us was fooled. We all called him out during the entire time. Every last one of us to say it's something about Cam ain't right. And I think we definitely see that now. But yeah, moving on.
No, absolutely. And shout out to the 6 people that were here, 3 people here now, and then there were 5. So shout out to everybody here. Thanks for being here. So now we get to Rose. Rose is a pissed wifey that never even got a proposal. She said to Hussein, I am ashamed. I'm beside myself. I'm disgusted with your fucking behavior because we were supposed to walk out there as a couple. It's like, whoa. Wait, what? Y'all were? I thought everybody was single here. Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, then. So then Tay and Rose talk. This is what happened. You have 2 men that I really cared for, and both of y'all fucked me over. Well then, when they don't care for you, that's when you turn savage on them. Go ahead.
No, I just said one literally and one figuratively.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm not about to do this with you. Nope.
So she said it, and she said it with her chest. It's not me.
Man, Rose disappointed me. I was very, very highly disappointed with Rose. Because when you're ready to love, what it comes with is communication. And also knowing controlling your feelings and your emotions. You know what I mean? Because you want to try your best to be as clear as possible. And you're not really trying to hurt nobody as well. It's this one picture. I forgot what movie it was. It might be Waiting to Exhale. Or she lit the house and burnt the house down or something.
Yep, that was Stella got her groove back. I know exactly.
That was Waiting to Exhale.
It was?
Yeah.
Well,
she had the match. She was walking away kind of like
the car. Yeah, because she had put her husband's clothes in the car and blew up his car and walked away.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's who Rose reminded me of in that moment. You know what I mean? Now you could have had smoke with Cam, but I don't feel like your smoke with Hussein is validated at all. You know what I mean? Because the reason why Hussein was nothing but real with you. You know what I mean? And then on the back end of it, for you to sit there and try and discredit the man or make Hussein look a certain type of way from an event that he told you about. You know what I mean? I'm just like, come on, Rose. Now, what's your motive for coming to the reunion? You know what I mean? What's your motive for coming to the reunion? Since I didn't get picked, I'm gonna make Cam look bad, and I'm gonna try my best to make Hussein look bad.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Rose.
Sure. And to that point, when we get to this scene here, and by the way, Sheila Williams, welcome in. Melody has been doing it at SAB Live probably since maybe 5 o'clock or so. But she's also giving away a free cruise as well on there. By the way, 8/7 Central is about to come up in 1 minute. Heart and Hustle Houston, run those motherfucking numbers up. And by the way, just a side note, OWN's #1 show that's supposed to be on every Saturday. Just a side note to all the content creators. I gotta wait to be a content creator until this date. Can somebody explain to me if this is OWN's #1 show? Then why is this being promoted by OWN?
Love and Marriage Huntsville will return with more new episodes. The drama is just getting started. Love and Marriage Huntsville returns with new episodes November 15th, only on OWN.
Run those motherfucking numbers up. Let these fuckers know the new #1 show. Okay? Hell. gonna say you come on every damn Saturday and then your ass gotta take a break. That means you ain't shit. Hell, we more consistent than that fucking show. Anyway, run those numbers up on Hard Hustle Houston. There's only 2 episodes left. Season 2 could potentially be in the works. They're working on a reunion, but I just want to give some love, grace, and space because I've been reviewing that show every damn episode, and it is excellent, excellent, excellent content. So just wanted to give some love.
You know, I'm gonna check out that show. Maybe we can all start reviewing that too. I know you've already started reviewing it, but maybe season 2, we can all start that one too.
Absolutely.
Because we need more shows. You know, we need more shows. This one's going off. Even, you know, with, you know, Hustle and Heart of Houston. What's it called? Yeah.
Heart and Hustle Houston.
Heart and Hustle Houston. I mean, that show's going off. You know, we really, I mean, I don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore, honestly. And of course, I haven't reviewed it in over a year.
Yeah.
It's not really something that I feel like I want to get back into because I don't feel like it's just really not worth my time anymore.
Not at all.
That's just me personally. But yeah, we need more shows. So if that's a good show, definitely going to start checking that out and reviewing that.
Absolutely. So it's on right now. Run those numbers up, y'all. Okay, just want to say that. And keep it on that slot, please, for them. Okay, please, for season 2. Make that show on at 8/7 Central, and then at 9/8 Central, nothing comes on at all. Moving on. So when we get to this part here of Hussein, right? Nephew Tommy asks, you know, Rose, how are you feeling? Rose is here and she's all over the place. And Rose says there's tension there. Rose, tension is only created based on the environment that the tension was created in. So Hussein, from what we've seen, has really given a space of understanding, because there have been some black men on here that haven't always been their best, and black women who haven't been their best. But Hussein, I think he could come back and a ready to love make a move, because he's a decent brother. He ain't perfect, but you talking about there's tension there, but yet you're the only one talking about it. Rolling on. And Rose says that she was never meant to be hiding anything intentionally, and that, you know, Hussein should have came to her. And Nephew Tommy said, well, it's the fact that he didn't get prior to then. Angie is shaking her head up and down, and then Kiara's name gets brought up. Here's the thing on that. Kiara has been standing on her square the whole time. That dumb fuck that came on the screen and tried to get at his crush by saying some ish that, quite frankly, if me or Q or any man that we know or Gigi and Solana know, our lives would be over, disrespectfully, as it deserves to be. So don't bring her up just because you in your own motherfucking ass shit, Rose. Moving the fuck on. Now,
hold on with that. Let me just say something.
Go ahead.
Because Hussein brought up Kiara, but he brought her name up respectfully. And I understand the reason for using her as an example, because when it came to the situation about her kid's dad being in jail, she did make that known up front. And the reasoning is that it's definitely true. Even regardless of if this process is a fast process, sometimes, and most of the time, you would think you would lead with the most important things. You're going to lead with what's important and what you want people to know, because you don't want things to get out later on and it be used against you because you didn't say certain things, especially things that you know could possibly cause any type of misunderstanding. So I understand completely him using Kiara as an example, because she did let them know ahead of time just for that reason. And Nephew Tommy even said it. She brought it up because she didn't want there to be any issues later. And Rose could have absolutely done that. Her and Hussein shared a room for 2 nights. They had enough privacy. There was enough private time for that conversation to come up. I don't like the fact that she was putting it all on Hussein at the fact of, oh, well, he could have asked and he should have asked. And, you know, if I'm telling you I'm a single mom, you should have asked. Okay, yes, he could have asked. But also in introducing yourself as a single mom and saying that, you know, your son, because I think she even said that her son's dad's never really been in his life.
Correct.
They don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been a single mom. Okay, all of that conversation could have happened ahead of time.
Right.
I understand Hussein's feeling about it because when it came up, the fact that it was something that he was blindsided about, he was blindsided with this information in front of his family. So he couldn't even defend the situation or defend her, even if that was something that, you know, he wanted to do. If he's pursuing her like that, she just took away his opportunity to defend her in a situation like that and show that, hey, well, this is the conversation we've had, not we have understanding. He's looking just as confused. And now this is a problem because it's looking like you're hiding something or you're lying. So I feel like Rose really needs to take responsibility and accountability for that whole situation. I don't feel like, you know, they brought up Kiara's name being disrespectful. You know, it was merely just to say, hey, this is what happened. Or this could have happened this way.
And let me just say this to you, Gigi. Thank you for that context, conjecture, and connection that you do so brilliantly all the time. The reason why I had the energy that I had, and granted, you are absolutely right. In that situation, and maybe this is just me, and y'all can let me know what y'all think, but I feel like for that situation, Kiara wasn't a part of that ish with them. That's your own shit. With everything that you said, which is right on point. I think two things can be true in the same token. While that was Kiara's situation, Kiara handled her shit. Don't try to use somebody else as a scapegoat. And this isn't to Hussein, but this is to Rose. Don't use somebody as a scapegoat because you couldn't be more responsible than the person you're utilizing to get out of the responsibility that was upon your head. Does that make sense?
Big time. Kiara caught it straight. She really did. And she handled the situation well so far. I don't know if they'll talk about it anymore, but she caught it straight during the whole thing. But at the exact same time, Kiara stood on her square about it because on the back end of it, Hussein was like, well, as soon as you said that to my family, why did you look at me and say we'll talk about it later? So you knew, like, you know what I mean? This was information he wasn't a privy to. You know what I mean? So you knew. My thing, why did you even say it to his family? So that didn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That didn't make sense to me. You know, you could have, you know, held that conversation later, or, you know, and that was another thing. You know what I mean? I could see you bring that conversation up later on. You know what I mean? Or it was just a bad time to have that information come out, especially when it's something I don't know, and then it's also in front of my family. Something I could have had talked to them about it previously, you know what I mean? To help me make a better decision of, do I really want to pursue this woman or not? You know what I mean? Because it's, and the thing about it too is, for Hussein to self-eliminate and Rose make it seem like Hussein drug her, is crazy work. Hussein genuinely
crazy work.
Had feelings for Rose.
Right.
He did. He genuinely had feelings for Rose.
Absolutely. And for that point, I'm sorry, are you done, Q? Because I don't want to step.
Oh, go ahead, big dog. You good.
I wanted to add to what you said. To that point, we all called out Hussein for being big mad. He wasn't big mad, but he had big mad energy of, well, damn, she's gone. And now I'm here. So we did call him out for that. But Hussein was from the beginning, shout out to When Tay Talks, but from the beginning, he was open, honest, and true with you. So with that being said, then Rose tried to gaslight Hussein by saying, how can it come up if everything is coming so fast? Here's the question, Rose. If you got this defensive, right, over, you know, him potentially asking that question, would you have even answered it? Because if you didn't want to answer this, I can only imagine the other questions that you would not have given answers for. So then, Rose said that she got played like a motherfucker. And Rose felt like Hussein robbed her of her happy ending. If it's up to somebody to give you a happy ending for your life, have you ever been the main star in your own film of life? I'm gonna say it 2 more times. If somebody else gotta make your happy ending for your life, did you ever really star in your own film? One more time for the motherfucking one more time for the motherfucking
Hello.
And for the one more time, if somebody else gotta give you a happy ending for your life that you gotta wake up for every day, the good, the bad, and the what the fuck in between, did you ever star in your own fucking movie in the first place? And I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. There have been times in life where guess what? There's some opportunities that I fucked myself over on because of Braylon Lee. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my sister, not my brother, not Gigi, not Salon, not Q, not anybody fucking else. That was Braylon Lee's fault on the fucking chin. But then there was other circumstances that I wasn't prepared for. But at least I own up to mine. So then you got the Black Dazzle, Black Proxy, and Black Imagination Rose to say that Hussein was incarcerated. He or she who hasn't cast the first stone, sweetheart, and you can't cast it. Hussein did not get booked, and Hussein brought up a very good point of when you try to be emotional. I think this goes for men, and when we try to be emotional, some people take your kindness for weakness. And when it came to, Angie and Hussein, Angie said, I felt like we built something. It was an easy way out. But I want you to notice this. Even when Angie said that, Hussein respected Angie's point of view. Didn't say Angie was this, Angie was that, He took that shit. So listen, I remember when Dion said, I've been seeing the reviews, this, that, and the third. Like Q has so articulately stated, because of what I said, whatever you give is what we have to judge off of. So if you looked like an asshole, you looked like a fucking asshole. If you look like an asshole for the good and you stood up for yourself, we'll mention that shit too. Damn. Y'all take it.
Well, my opinion. Okay, so Rose was doing a whole lot. Okay, one, definitely agree with you. How can you sit there and accuse someone else of being at fault for you not having a happy ending? No, it was your own fault because there was actions that you caused that had a reaction that made it where you were eliminated or made it to where you could not proceed with the person that you wanted. And then, you talk about the process being fast. That would make it more important to be your authentic self and truly let a person know, like, hey, this is me, this is what it is. It's all out there so that you can make the choice, because we don't have long to play around. That is the best way for you to find your person, is to give your true self. Because once that, representative that you bring leaves, then you start running into problems, because now you got to figure out, and the person has to figure out, like, yo, you are not the person that I fell in love with. Now you got cheating involved, you got lying, you got hiding, now you're resentful. There's a whole lot of things that fall into that. So no, he saved himself by leaving. What I will say, Q brought up a great point. She did not have to bring that up when they asked her at that dinner. You didn't have to bring up that he was incarcerated, especially knowing that you did not talk to this man. There were so many things you could have said. You could have just brought up the fact that I'm a single mom. I really don't get along with my kid's father just because, we've had some issues. Hussein and I have talked about it briefly. He doesn't know the full story, but, and I don't want to have that conversation right now without having it with him first. That would have showed some type of respect. Because I think Hussein would have been like, oh, well, wait a minute. Okay, well, I respect her for not, saying something out loud that I don't know that could have shocked me or could have, made things a different way. And then when they had their private moment, he could have brought it up and said, hey, well, what was that? What is the thing with your baby daddy? There's so many ways that could have went. So for you to just, act like Hussein shot you in the, in the foot, he did you bad, he drug you. No, that's not true. And I'm gonna bring up something else because this also pissed me off. Her bringing up saying that he was incarcerated. Okay. For those who don't know, there's a difference between being detained, arrested, and incarcerated. Okay? When you're detained, that just means you're on hold. That does not even mean that you're going to go to the police station. That does not mean you are going to be even handcuffed. That just means at the time while they are doing their job or trying to figure out what is going on, running your ID, whatever the case is, you can't leave. They just don't want you to leave. Now, when you're arrested, that means them handcuffs is coming on, you getting in the back of that police car and you going down to the police station. And then there you go and get booked in. You got to go through that whole booking process. Okay? Now, even being arrested is not incarceration. Incarceration is when you do 6 months or more. Matter of fact, and honestly, I'm not even going to say just the 6 months or more, but once you do at least 2 to 3 months and you know that you have a jail ID number, when you have an inmate number and you become known as inmate such and such and such and such and such and such number, that's when you're incarcerated. When you know that them bars is all you gonna see and them door slams is all you gonna hear for an extended amount of time, that's incarceration. So what Hussein went through, not even being arrested, only being detained, that's not incarceration. So to put that on that man's name and to make it as if he had done something to cause him to lose his freedom is very disgusting to me, because that is something that gets put on, Black men and even Black women. This, false arrests, false accusations, being unlawfully detained and arrested. That happens a lot. And this could have been a situation. And it seems like from what Hussein was saying was like, no, there was a situation. I didn't even get arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, for her to bring that up and even try to use that against him, it just shows, and to me, it seems like she was just there just to cause hurt. She was there just to stir up. She was there just to, cause fights. That's just what I feel.
No, absolutely. You know what that scene reminded me of? Kelly Farrell from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, y'all probably wondering, Bray, what does Real Housewives have to do with Ready Love? Just give me some time. Out of my rambling comes greatness. Just give me time. Kelly Farrell dragged Britt Edie for not being for being a horrible person, this, that, and the third, when they were friends. And, Kelly was saying that, Brittany was, broke and, was trying to do a lawsuit. Meanwhile, the ex-husband trying to sue her, bravo, lati dati, everybody, the words of T-Talk with your girl. And with that being said, Kelly Farrell had a whole dispute with her next door neighbor, where it's like, listen, no one is saying we agree with your ex-husband, but your ex-husband's gaining traction because it looked like you might be the problem. So I'm going to bring it back around, or in the words of SpongeBob, bring this around town for y'all. When Rose did what she did, it basically said to everybody that, oh, wait a minute, listen, now we know Hussein ain't perfect, but maybe there was a reason why he made the decision that he made. Maybe he really wasn't all. Maybe he had the bag of truth the whole time about your ass, because you just showed yourself. You gave Hussein the win based on your behavior, in the words of Jan Van Zandt. Your behavior diminishes your message. I need y'all to put that on some merchandise and sell it. Oh, Lord. So, everybody got their feelings out on that? Because I feel like we talked about it.
I think Q didn't say anything. How did you feel about all of that? Yeah, I definitely
Well, thank
want
you,
to
G.
hear that.
I was disappointed in Rose. Very disappointed in Rose. Very disappointed in Rose. And one thing she brought up was it's a speed dating process. You know what I mean? And Hussein always had his reserves about her, but I don't think it was more so what can I see that's wrong with her, but is it more to her? You know what I mean? And in times like this, you really see who somebody is. And it was kind of disturbing. I'm just like, come on now, Rose. And I was blowed because everybody want to save space to say different things and express themselves. They had a real good moment when both of them found out how they both grew up and how they were raised. Both of them spent some time in a foster home. And so I guess that's what drew their connection a lot deeper, as what they said, during their date. And the whole time Rose was going off, which was cool. Jose, he kept his cool. Jose kept his cool. He didn't really get out of character. He stayed pretty mellow about the whole thing. And when nephew Tommy said, "Well, Cam, how do you feel about it?" You know what I'm saying? Cam was like, "Well, I wish I could have, found out a little earlier. My problem wasn't the fact that he was incarcerated; just I just didn't get the information." You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And then another thing Rose said, Rose was like, "Well, y'all getting upset with me for not telling. Y'all didn't ask." That right there was, you're not ready to love because you're not ready to take accountability for your actions. You're not. You steady trying to blame everybody else for stuff you had control over. You had control over. Y'all should have asked that question. What you mean y'all should have asked that question? I mean, if you exactly, and you present everything a certain way, you know what I mean? So since you're presenting everything a certain way, assumptions are going to be made. You know what I mean? And you say you're an open book, right? If you're such an open book like you claim to be, that information should have been exposed.
Because that would look like a closed chapter.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I haven't talked to my child's father. Ain't nobody asking you, the last time y'all talked. Nobody asking you that right there. That's neither here nor there. What you're trying to do is you're trying to lessen the blow and make yourself. I really felt like Rose built a persona. I really felt like she built the persona. You know what I mean? That Rose is pretty much perfect and Rose is this. And I'm not knocking you, Rose, at all. But I'm just saying, this is who you were putting off. And for you to really expose who you were, during this time, was kind of heartbreaking. Because everybody was pushing for Rose.
Yes.
Everybody was on the road. The whole season, everybody was on Rose train. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that she can go back and look at this episode and gain some clarity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some constructive criticism. And not feel like everybody is just pointing the finger at you.
Correct.
So
no, very well said, Q. Very well said. Because the thing is that and we understand this because, like I said, what we do on this show, I think better than anybody else, is not only do we give you the behind the scenes of what you see, but we give soul to what you see as well. And we understand that for most of this cast, they've never been on TV before. For most of this cast, they feel like they've done everything they can do and they're natural. So maybe if some supers own their natural, maybe they could have a chance for something they've always wanted. And number 3, we know that this is a very sped up process. And every time you said 12 weeks, I thought it was at least 10. That was crazy. That's 12 weeks. But even in 12 weeks, you can't get all your answers. But at least you give the best answers that you can. So we do the panel from that prism, right? If we understand all that, but that don't mean you can't get called out. And we equal opportunity over here, because have we not gone on to the men and the women? There's been men that I screamed that loudly at them for the shit they've done, just as loudly as I screamed at Rose for what she did. Is that not true? I'm equal opportunity over here. Listen, everybody can kill shit.
Yeah. And can we point out the energy that she gave when she even was stating the fact that her baby daddy was incarcerated and she don't talk to him? Like, she was cool and calm the entire time, but then that question came up and it was sass, and you know what I'm saying? It was more, head bobbing. And it's like, understandable that you might not have a relationship per se with him, but that just it doesn't negate the importance of that being a factor of your story. You know what I'm saying? That is a part of you, because this child didn't just come out of thin air. And a person should know, like, hey, are you still in contact with this person?
Correct.
Do I have anything to worry about? Okay, even if this person's incarcerated, are they a violent person? Are they, incarcerated because of some violent shit? This is giving, the space for the person you're pursuing or who's pursuing you to understand how to protect you better, how to protect themselves better, how to make sure that, they understand what you're missing in the relationship so that they can give you and provide for you, the necessities. But yeah, her just completely wiping it away and then acting like, oh, well, y'all didn't ask. Okay, well, yeah, you're showing that you just don't have any understanding of the situation, and it just seems like it's better for you to, I don't know, maybe do a little bit more soul searching, but after finding out, that, hey, her and Cam backtracked, and we'll get to that, because that's a conversation all its own. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on.
No, fully agree. Very well said. So we get to this part right here with this crew. I'm sorry, y'all. My laptop is laptoping, so I gotta. There we go. Okay, we're good. Sorry, y'all. It's been doing that recently with my laptop, but it's all good. So we get to True.
You mean lie?
That part, lie.
All right.
So we're at the Ready to Love family reunion. Hello, my name is Brian. That's Q, and that's GG9. Talk with Solana is saving the world. She's been saving the world all season, but she is here at this reunion in spirit for sure. Now, who is lie to us, y'all? As a family member in this Ready to Love family, who is lie to us?
True. True lie.
Right.
I'm not about to do this with y'all ass. Oh my God. Oh Lord. So that's who.
The truth ain't in her.
Say it again.
I said the truth ain't in her.
Not at all.
At all.
So that's who True is to us here at the Ready to Love family reunion. We got Naeem, we got Khalil. So with that being said, the real or fake number and the age that came up, and Naeem, he got told that you had my number the whole time. Here's my thing, right? A number is a number. Now, of course, there are business lines, which we all understand that there are business lines, but the fact that you could not confirm nor deny that Naeem said what he said is looking like something sweet in the Kool-Aid. And then with Khalil, he did ask you for your age, sweetheart. He did. He absolutely did. And so then, it came up to the childbearing age. And you know what? I'll say this, Khalil. I am so proud of you, because you have been upfront from the jump. Like, even with Tay and Khalil, they handled it very maturely. Listen, I want kids. Tay didn't want kids right away. And they were cool with it. And this is called Ready to Love. So you are looking for marriage, and there's a biological clock for women and a biological clock for men. also socially and emotional clock as well, but that's neither here nor there. But you're getting upset with this man who asked you a question that you didn't give an answer to. And age was not a bad question. If you're trying to build a life with somebody, you do need to know what age they are, so that way you can see, okay, they're at this age, okay, what have they done in their life? What haven't they done? And what space are they in mentally right now to want to, if they want to create anything in this space with me. So what did y'all think about True? I mean, after that, it's a game, and we won't get to the game here in a minute, but I'm just like, you just showed up to honor your commitment, didn't you? Because that's really all you're here for. Really.
That's it. She's not ready to love. During, at least for the show. Because a lot of times you come on the show, you got to be open. And she wasn't, for somebody to ask you your age and you go around a hoop and do a backflip and a cartwheel, but somebody's actually your age. And then for you just to blatantly lie. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what are you really here for? Like, what are you really here for? You must have thought you was going on an episode of Wheel of Fortune. That's what you thought. When you showed up to the studio, you thought it was Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right. Because there's no way you thought it was Ready to Love. No. There's no way. No. Your outfit doesn't say you were ready to love. Your outfit did not say that you were ready to be on that show. It was true. You got some stuff you got to figure out. You got to. And for if you are interested in somebody, this is the first thing I do. If I get somebody's number, I'm going to get it and I'm going to call them. Yep. Bam. So, okay, now we're in communication. You know what I'm saying? You got my number, I got your number. Now when I call you, you know I'm calling you. You know what I mean? For Naeem to even have to think that he texting or calling a Google number or whatnot, evidently he must have knew she had an iPhone or something.
Exactly.
So
because that is a real thing with the bubbles and waiting and all that stuff. And it wasn't the fact that, and this is just to add to your articulate point, Q. Not that he didn't make any of this up, right? Because if he made it up, you would have denied it, and then y'all would have moved on.
Yeah, sincerely. Exactly.
Like, and it's so interesting because I feel like maybe Cam and True might need to try out dating because they both hold on to stuff too damn much. I mean, sincerely. You holding on to these bubbles where it's not about the bubbles, it's about the honesty. The fuck?
Exactly.
And then also what makes that even worse is the fact that they played the clip beforehand so that you can see what was said in that time. And even seeing it on camera, you still sat there while you were on the couch and lied about what was seen.
Yes.
Just like we heard Khalil ask you your age. And we heard you and seen you, for those who watched the show, we seen you beat around the bush and not tell him your age. Like, that was a whole hidden secret.
Correct.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you told him your age, you was going to turn to dust or something. What is the problem? You said you 35. Yeah, you look older than 35. Do you not want your real age to come out? Like, there's a lot about her that's just really sneaky and deceptive. And then when it comes to the whole Google bubbles, when Naeem brought that up in the first place, you didn't say anything about it. Your whole thing was a number's a number. It doesn't matter. It's fake number, real number. It doesn't matter. You still didn't try. Well, how's a person supposed to communicate with you if you give them a fake number? That don't make no sense.
Correct.
But then you're sitting there and act like, oh, he's making up this whole fake bubble thing just to have a narrative. No, girl, anybody with an iPhone knows about bubbles.
Yes.
And actually, I don't even think you just even have to have an iPhone, but there's also certain phone apps that will show up that way.
Right.
So a person can definitely...
Hell, it does it on Instagram.
So a person knows if they're calling a real number or a fake number. Also, when you text one of those little fake text now numbers or something like that, like I think it even says it. You know what I'm saying? You say you call and it goes to voicemail, it lets you know that you're calling a text number. So she just steady sitting there playing in her face, and then the fact that you want to bring up the whole age situation, act like, well, Khalil, because it's because of childbearing and he wants children. Khalil's whole thing is he wants to know, it is important to him, and he has been upfront and honest about it. The fact is, he doesn't want kids right now. He wants to be able to enjoy his partner. He wants there to be some time for them to travel and have fun and just enjoy each other before bringing kids into the world. That's why him and Tay, decided, hey, we'd be better off, because Tay wants kids now. He don't. So for him, he's been upfront about that the whole time. We've all known that.
And Tay
so yeah, it is important.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
No, I'm just saying it is very important for him to, say like, hey, I do want to be in a relationship with someone who is able to, with, a woman's clock, how it, once you get to a certain age, it is harder to get pregnant. And then you run into more risk of children having health issues or birth defects because of, a woman's, timing.
No,
so it is very important for him to ask a woman her age, because him as a man, knowing what he wants, he doesn't want to get with a woman who's already 40, knowing that he wants to wait 5 years, because he knows in 5 years it's going to be harder for him to have kids. So that's going to be a waste of time and probably hurtful to that woman. So to me, that was being considerate.
No, absolutely. And I think I did get it right that Tay wanted to have kids and then Khalil wanted to have kids. But True should have recognized, if she watched the show after she got eliminated, or, the show was taping at that time. But even with that being said, let me flip the reverse and right back. When the show was airing, if she saw that episode with Tay and Khalil, Tay didn't get that upset. So this was just a narrative you wanted to have in your head so you could look like a victim. When really, hell, like, that's a basic question. Like, good that's like saying, hey, do you like Polynesian sauce or Chick-fil-A sauce? Why are you asking me about sauce for? What, we're at Chick-fil-A. Okay, well, you should know me by now. What the fuck? I'm asking you because sometimes you want barbecue. And if I don't get barbecue, then I gotta hear your ass when we get to the house. I'm trying to be respectful to you. You took a basic question and made it a whole mountain out of a molehill so you could look like a victim. Unnecessary victim at that.
Hey, this show, the reunion so far has showed us two things about men and about women. That you got women that are delusional, and you got men that are straight narcissists and liars. Because she sat there and said out her mouth that she didn't ask, nobody asked her these questions. When on camera, people show her asking this question.
Yes.
And then you got Cam just lying. You know what I mean? Profusely lying. You know what I mean? So when you have certain qualities and you see it and people express to you these things, it's up to you to take accountability and make change. So when you find that person, you'll be that much closer to loving yourself correctly and loving them correctly. You know what I mean? Because that's what it comes down to a lot of times. You loving yourself. You can't love yourself. It's going to be hard for you to love somebody else if you don't love yourself. You know what I mean? And even if just these small snippets of people reality in dating, you know what I mean? It shows who they are. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. You are absolutely right. Right on point. Brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I remember I heard I forgot what podcast it was I was listening to, and the guy said, I heard David Banner say it. He said, I can't do business with a man that cheat on his wife. You know what I mean? So when you hear certain things, you know what I mean? When people express to you who they are, and you gotta believe them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe them. Yes, you gotta believe them.
So true. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Very well said, as always, from both of y'all. So we get to this game of who is. Deanna, you said you threw this wig away. Why was it on the reunion? The figure was figuring, but why the wig was on the reunion?
That was a different one though,
Hey,
y'all. Y'all gotta understand that's a different blonde wig. The first one that was on the episode had the little purple tip. That was just fully blonde.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Tiana could have came up there with a branch on her head. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't pay attention to that.
Let me tell you something, bro. When she ran across that screen, oh my Lord.
He would have came with a concrete brick on her head. I ain't getting none of that.
Now listen, nephew Tommy, now that was a thick cheesesteak that ran across that screen, okay? Listen, it had all the fixings.
Extra strawberry dressing. Boy, I'm trying to say extra strawberry dressing. Boy, I'm trying to say.
Listen, that was honey baked ham with yams, sweet potato pie, collard greens,
and a cornbread bowl.
Listen, brother, you ain't never lied. Listen. Woo! So with that being said, we get to this game, right? Of who said this. This first one was no shade, no tea, but Cam looked like a Ninja Turtle. Donatello. That was Kiara.
That was crazy.
Kiara said, "I'm so sorry, Cam."
That was crazy. Well, can I give a Ninja Turtle vibe?
Right. And you know what, Kiara? You know what? I'll say this. I think in this process, you can only go off of what you feel. After you get to know that person, they're actually a decent person. It's like, you know what? I'm sorry to you. Listen, it was the first day of school. I didn't know you. You didn't know me.
See stuff like that, and I think that's what attracted Jay to her, because you know what I mean. That right there I would have wanted to pursue Kiara just off of her just cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It would have been up to Cam to really, take that personal or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
I don't think she. And from what it looked like, I don't think she meant it in a malicious way at all. Because
no, not at all, not at all.
Because Kiara got that Sahara switch too, but I think she recognizes that higher is waiting for her. So she recognizes her energy reserve needs to be for more important things. But don't try, though, if you know what's good for you. So with that being said, Jay is a member of the Thickelich's Church of God in Christ Full Gospel Baptist Church. Gigi's a member. I'm a member. Gigi's husband's a member, ladies and gentlemen. We have many members. We are worldwide. You understand? I'll see y'all on Sunday.
Yes, Lord.
And let me tell you something. We rehearsed the baptisms, and let's just say I had to be the sacrificial lamb cue before we got to the pool.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be great baptisms on Sunday.
And not to cut you off, we taking all offerings.
That part.
we taking all offerings. I ain't lying. All offerings.
What'd you say? Pass around the collection plate.
Pass it around.
We take cash, credit, debit, EBT, WIC. We take it all. We take it all.
We take it all. I'm trying to tell you.
And we also take Wingstop.
Hold on. Did she say WIC? They still do WIC?
They still do WIC. But they got WIC on a debit card now.
Oh, they cutting up.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. By the way, y'all, we do take DoorDash catered meals, fried catfish. If you carry a sweet potato pie flavor to you, we also take that as an offering. Either way, we welcome all, but we have standards and requirements too. But we'll see y'all on Sunday. And so with that being, go ahead.
And he said he love a cheerful giver now. Oh, come on, man. Don't get with a frown on your face now. Don't get with a frown on your face.
That part right there. So to all those wonderful points, this person said, I love handles. I love fupa. I love stretch marks. That was Jay. And he said it was good for your soul. And he ain't never lied. He ain't.
That was crazy. He said it was good for your soul.
Good for you. Listen.
That boy right there might be ready to love, okay? He might be ready.
Oh,
he ready.
Listen, I have a good feeling that whenever Jay and Kiara get into arguments, he gets excited about arguments. I have a strong feeling he likes arguing. Because his mouth will get full anytime. Listen, moving on. So, then we get to another member of the Thickalicious Church of God in Christ Full Gospel Baptist Church, Khalil. He said, Deanna is gorgeous and the body is crazy. And no lies told. No lies told all. So then we get to this. Now, to the cast, y'all were fucking shady for this shit. Nephew Tommy said, I've slashed tires before. I've used a fork on a person. Not a fork, but a fork on a person. I've thrown in a bowling ball. And everybody said, that's Angie. And Angie, hold up, shorty, hold up, bitch. I said I busted windows.
Right. She said you lost me at fork and bowling ball.
Right. Like I have standards and requirements for acting a fool. What the fuck is wrong with you? So then we find out that it's
Rocky ready for something else. She ain't ready for the domestic violence charge. That was she ready
Listen,
for.
Rocky is ready to roll, okay?
I ain't lying.
No, you're not. No, you're not either.
No, she ain't ready to fight. Well, I'm trying to tell you. Ready to get locked up. Throw a bowling ball to somebody.
Listen, Rocky is ready to rumble. She is ready to
rumble. I ain't lying.
Listen, that part right there. But I think this quote right here seals the deal. I am fearful of Sahara. Her name gives me anxiety. That was Fitz.
Yeah, that's bad when your name just makes a person tremble and just makes them need to just call their therapist right there. Like, I think we need to rethink this whole situation, sir.
Listen, that's no, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. You good?
No, I was just gonna say, you know how like there's some events that you go to, it's like, okay, so who gonna be there? Also, you know what? I just had something come up. My Black Lives Matters just came on my schedule at 8:10 tonight. 8:10 tonight. My Black Lives Matters. I just got booked up. You really? I just told you at 8:10 tonight. My Black Lives Matters. I am.
But I don't see how they had a connection. That did not make that. I feel like that was production, trying to force a scene, a viral moment or something, because they had no kind of connection at all, like not at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was just that beginning moment stuff. That was like, yeah, we all trying to get to know each other here. What's your name? Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm going over here. You go ahead and go that way. No, just for the moment, we just got to at least introduce ourselves, and that's it. Okay, all right, good. Let's go back. Yeah, because there was definitely no connection there. Like, it definitely seemed... Yeah, it seemed like either Sahara was doing too much and trying to, like, push her way up on Fritz, and he just really wasn't trying to have it. Like, I don't know if that's how production was trying to make it seem, but, I mean, either way it goes, it showed that he was really not trying to give... And actually, and doesn't Fritz come up after this? We can actually go to Fritz because speaking of Fritz, it was coming up about his whole situation with the polygamy and if he believes in that. And he said that he doesn't believe in that. Like, and I get what he's saying. He's like, just because I follow it doesn't mean that that's something I'm interested in, which could be very well true. You know what I'm saying? And he gave great examples. Hey, I follow chefs. I don't know how to cook. Doesn't mean you don't like to eat. You can just like to watch other people cook extravagant shit that you know you can't make. It's just like a person who likes to watch people do art. You might not be talented that way, but doesn't mean that you don't like seeing people create art. You know?
Not to mention too, to your articulate point, Gigi, he never changed that stance all season. Never, not one time. But I will say the lounge was calling bullshit on it though. They did a cut to the lounge backstage. They were like, a bullshit.
Listen,
a bullshit.
Let's just say this, okay? Not everyone is meant for a regular relationship. Not everyone's meant to just be with one person. Sometimes you need more than one, okay? With Fritz, I feel like just kind of like judging by his demeanor and certain things that we have seen, I honestly don't take him as the type that would like to be in a plural relationship like that. Now, what person wouldn't want to have some fun in their relationship? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's normal. It's definitely normal. Does that mean that you like polygamy and you just want to have an open relationship? No. I can see Fritz being a one-woman man, but still wanting to enjoy life and wanting his partner to enjoy it too. But I just don't think that he has had possibly enough experience with it. Because I don't know, for some reason, I just don't seem like he's had experiences dating much. Maybe he has, but I don't know. It just almost seems like he's new. Like he's new to the whole, especially when he made he was like, oh, I thought we was just here having fun. Like, dude, what are you talking about?
He said
This
that.
is a whole,
Oh,
this is the whole dating process. Like the whole name of the show is Ready to Love. The whole process is you coming here to find someone that you eventually end up loving and could possibly be with forever, and it be a forever ending story. You know what I'm saying? You're happily ever after. So yeah, for Fritz to for him to have stayed as long as he did was surprising. Not surprising that he didn't last as long, but I was shocked as shit to know that him and Shanice was, they together.
Yeah, he said that I'll put it like this: she is my woman and he is my man.
Yeah, the picture of them snuggled next to each other. I was like, okay, they're kind of cute.
No, they are.
Yeah, it looked like it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It does, because she has a free-flowing spirit. He has a free-flowing spirit. But I will say this, to that point, Cam tried to get on to Fritz, and Shanice was not here for it. And this was before we even found out that confirmation. And you know how I've been saying recently, what's understood doesn't need to be explained, but if it needs to be explained, it's going to stand for something. Shanice gave an energy of like, look here, motherfucker. I ain't saying me and him ain't together, but motherfucker, I'm going to protect him like we are. Because you ain't going to mess with this one when he's been true to himself and you've been a fucking lie the whole time. So we learned that Cam texted Charisse, which Charisse wasn't even in the realm of Cam's orbit. And that when they were communicating with each other, Sahara did not come up not one time. And so when it came to that, Charisse was saying that you are saying that he's playing games, but you also said that, not only who do I need to deal with, but can I come on a trip with you to Spain? Which basically meant you thought her ass was going to pay. And then, of course, that gorgeous fried catfish, honey baked ham, sweet potato pie dripping from her thighs. Deanna ran across the screen. All those were in my notes, y'all. I'm sorry, it was in my notes. I have to read them as they are for honesty purposes, integrity purposes. I have to read the notes as they are in my notes. So with that being said,
but I ain't gonna lie. I had to think about it. I said it makes sense for them together. But I hope they just wasn't just acting like they were together just for the reunion. You know what I mean? Yeah. I really hope that they have a connection. You know what I mean? I really do. But the way Shanice jumped at Cam, I really feel like they might have something there because I feel like she's authentic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That that
Yeah, I
that
think
that,
they
that was
have.
that was that
I
was a
think they do.
wifey territorial answer of like, motherfucker, I
Yeah.
wish you would. Go ahead, Gigi.
Yeah, and even the fact of like you said, how she defended Fritz, and even was like, no, I'm finna call you out on your bullshit because you want to act like somebody's fake, but now we gonna take this mask off. And this is something that I was saying earlier, is because Cam, when Shanice brought up the whole fact of how Cam had, was asking her who to choose, and said that Sahara wasn't even even mentioned as an option, and also him wanting to be her boy toy on the trip. When they go backstage and he's talking to Sahara and he's trying to explain it, and even sitting on the couch he's explaining, it doesn't make sense, because one, if you're asking about who you should choose and you're saying you told Sahara the reason why she wasn't mentioned is because this was before the boat trip, it still don't make no sense, because on every date that he's had, when it's come to meeting the friends, meeting his family, he's always had all three women. So it shows that Sahara was not an option for him at all during that time. She was just a convenience. Right. And she was just there as an option, as a backup plan if anything else didn't happen.
Great point.
Because, yeah, so like, that was just more lies I feel like come out. And then when it comes to, asking her to be her boy toy, it's like, that was also your intention, because you wanted to have a backup for your backups. And that's why he kept those three women there. And that's why he was texting her like, hey, let me be your boy toy. Because one, he wanted her to, and Braylon, I think you said this great point. Yep. He wanted her to, hey, take care of me, treat me like I am king, and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you this, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's his whole demeanor. I don't really think there's substance to him, and that's been an issue too. And that's something else I see with him. Like, there's nothing else to him. That's why him and Angie has been on the level that they've been on, and they really can't get past that, because there's nothing else solid when it comes to him himself. Yeah. So yeah, the way Shanice called out, him with Fritz, I really like that, and I really do hope that they are together.
Oh, absolutely. I could definitely see them like actually being together. And here's the thing too, like, didn't they have somewhat a connection, or they were exploring it on the show just a little bit? We didn't really get to see it too much, but wasn't they?
Yeah, they was exploring something. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that and we've all said this in so many in some shape, form, or fashion. By the way, shout out to the 9 people here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Drop in the live chat. Would love to hear what you have to say. Thank you for being here. We appreciate y'all so much, truly. The real work starts after the show is over. When those 3 couples won Ready to Love, they didn't win that relationship. They won the opportunity to explore it. Okay? Because OWN is selling a fantasy. I'm going to say that 2 more times, because some of y'all get really twisted when y'all apply for these shows. When you apply for a show, you are applying for the fantasy. That doesn't mean you win the reality of what you think you deserve. I'm going to say that 2 more times, because that was a word right there. With y'all applying for these shows, you're applying for the fantasy of what could be. That doesn't mean you'll win the reality of what you think you deserve. You're applying for the fantasy of what they're presenting to you. That does not mean you're going to win the reality of what you think you deserve. Just keep it a buck, because we've seen couples that have been on Ready to Love and all these dating shows, and they have quit soon after, because real life was so true. So, with that being said, and not to mention too, Cam, let me just say this to you, bro. For you to say, "Can I come on your trip?" Do you know, like, how I roll with whoever, if the right woman that's out there wants to love on me, if she said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to Universal Orlando Resort. I got the hotel, I got the tickets, I got some other fun stuff. I want you to come with me. I'm paying for everything." Excuse you, what? No. Can I do anything at all? Like, sincerely, like, did you want, like, give you some backup money, in case we're in an emergency, like what are your what are your allergies? Like it would have. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like most dudes and most women, at least have somewhat of a heart. Like you're paying for everything. I just got. Is there anything I can do? And I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah, he did look like a freeloader.
Yeah, and that's just smart anyway. Like, regardless of if a person offers you to go somewhere with them, like you always have your own money because you never know what can happen.
Yes.
Anything can happen. Their money can get stolen, or they can, spend more than what they thought it was going to be. Or maybe there's just something that you want and they've already spent the money on everything else and you don't want them to have to pay for, your wants or trinkets or whatever the case is. So you need to always have your own money. Like it should never be a thing where you just depend on that person just because, they said they were going to pay for, this or that. Like, don't just expect stuff.
Correct.
I mean, it's different when people's like, no, you don't worry about nothing. Anything you want, when they specify, it's like anything you want is on me. I don't want you to have to lift a finger. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to do something special for you, then that's different.
Exactly right. Q, you want to add anything? Your mic is on the good side.
Oh, my fault, Bubba. No, I agree with everything he said.
No, understood. Much love to you. So then we get to Sahara and Cam. And then Cam. You say that Sharice wanted to fuck you. Excuse me? Listen. Sharice does not know that Brain Lee exists. But guess what? What? She asked you to screw her? Sir, you would be asking to screw her. Because Sharice can get male or female, okay? I was just flabbergasted. I'm like, wait a minute. She asked you to come screw her? Like, Q, does that make any sense at all? Like, I'm just a little confused here because Sharice got it. I mean,
it's a possibility.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a possibility. You get a couple drinks in your system. They said they were talking, she was versing back and forth. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility, but on the back end of it, he could be lying too. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, after that interaction, why was Sahara following him around like a puppy dog? Every time he trying to explain something, he explained everything to Sahara. He doing everything to Sahara. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to appease Sahara. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But at the end of the day, like I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, because
he was trying to do all that, but yeah, he steady lying. And when Rose broke out with the information that she had provided, letting it be known, okay, well, you sitting there because when Tommy Sahara was letting know, like, yeah, he said, we were going to try to make it work after the show ended, and nothing ever happened. Like there was no communication. He only gave one word answers, like responses, and you know what I'm saying. And then, wanted to be brought up like, oh, well, why are we supposed to, how am I supposed to get through to you if you got me blocked? It's like, no, after a person gives you so much time and so many chances and you steady, mess that up, or you're not even taking the opportunity and doing what you need to do in that time that you're given. No, that time's up. Like it only lasts for so long.
No,
and then for Rose to come out and say, well, we end up trying to make it work and actually dated after the show. That says a lot. Like it says a lot even about how he was when it came to him and Angie. Like it says a lot about how he really saw where he was with him and Sahara. Because if he, at the end of the day, if he really chose Sahara and he really wanted to be with her, why at the end of the process when shit really matters, would you not try to make it work with the person that you feel connected to? The person that you say you want to be with, that's the one that you are going to try to stay in communication with. That's the one you're going to make sure that you stay focused on. And clearly it was Rose at that time.
Right. No, absolutely.
But one thing about Cam is he can't be faithful.
No, absolutely right. And the reason why I asked him, and Q, I appreciate your perspective as always, and Gigi, yours too, because the way I felt about it was one of those situations where it's like if Sharice came over to Braylon Lee's corner and said, "Hey, you want this?" You asking me of all people? Hell yes, because she got the energy to get it from me or not get it from me. So I felt like you really took your stock and really thought you were something, but your ass got humble where you could deny a fucking thing. And
understood, bro. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
absolutely. I totally get where you're coming from. I get. You really turned her down for real, but you and I'm pretty sure you would have slept with Sahara. You slept with Rose, and not to compare Rose and them to together, but I think I will go ahead and take Shanice before I take Rose.
Yeah, absolutely, without question. And I appreciate your part too, is because when the cameras are down, the souls go up. When the cameras go down, the souls go up. When the cameras go down, the souls come up. And to what you said, Gigi, about how if you're not even paying your bill on time for the basic package, why upgrade to more channels, right? So for everything that's going on here, this is Sahara and Cam backstage after what happened. Now this picture right here, this is like, oh yeah, listen, we gonna be in the green room after this, okay? Listen, you think I'm playing with your ass, but try me. So then after all that, Angie got those hands, because she came up to Cam and said, "Keep my name out of your motherfucking mouth." Shout out to Will Smith. And so Cam was like, wait, what's going on? And so then Sahara tried to be Peacemaker. Sahara and Peacemaker should not be in the same sense, but let's roll on. She tried to be Peacemaker and see what's going on. And apparently Cam was speaking to somebody. Cam was speaking to Rose about Angie's personal life because of how Angie treated her last ex. And in this situation here, Cam said that's not true. You gotta be careful because there are people trying to take an inch and make it a mile. I'm paraphrasing, but basically they're trying to just say anything to destroy, perspective, right? And then of course, after that, Sahar said, "You're only sending one-worded text messages to me." And Gigi, like you said, after so long, you get blocked. So I think we said everything on this. If y'all want to say any more, y'all can have it. But like, it was what it was.
Yeah, for me, I'm just gonna say, like, when it came to him talking to Angie and saying, "Hey, you gotta watch people because they're trying to, take things further than what it is." No, that was just another way for you to try to bring her back over to your side. Because honestly, what we've seen of Cam, and also knowing the backstory with him and Rose and how they have hooked up and was together, I could see him pillow talking. I could see him talking about Sahara, or even talking about Angie and what he didn't like about him to even gas Rose up. So I could see him doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Q, you got anything else, brother, before we get to this preview and try to breathe?
Go ahead and flip it, bro. Go ahead and flip it, man. Let's get to it.
All right, because this part right here, Rose is making Sahara look like a saint. Rose is making Sahara look like Braylon Lee was wrong about Sahara. Rose is making Sahara look like maybe she really deserved to stay there the whole fucking time on Ready to Love. Because what ended up happening here, right, was apparently Rose said that Cam was into Polly. Now, you would think Rose is putting 20 on 10, but y'all saw the clip at the top of the show with Angie and Megan, okay? And Rose and Cam dated. Now, they made it do what it do, and obviously, it wasn't Whopper wrappers from Burger King. I'm in the trash can, okay? apparently there was another type of rapper that had a whopper in the rapper. You understand? Follow me here. And I know Burger Kings were like, we gonna demonetize this video right here. That is not appropriate brand association for our brand. But follow me here. So Cam has a whopper, and a rapper was used to wrap up that whopper. But apparently Cam was messing with somebody else, and Cam lied about it. Shocker. But here's the gag. Are you expecting? And nephew Tommy said, expecting what? It wasn't what, it was what? And Sharice said, I think a child. Cisco was like, what is going on? And Lottie Dottie, everybody, the words of T-Talk with your girl was just, what? I'm not talking about, in the words of SpongeBob, I'm not talking about this or this. I'm talking about this. What the flying fuck, y'all? Over to y'all.
Man, Rose was messy. Man, Rose disappointed me. I'm like, come on, Rose. You just being messy. You know what I mean? It didn't work out between y'all. Nah, you know, you gonna do whatever you gotta do to discredit this man. You know, just because it didn't work with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, Rose. So I found a rapper and I did this, and I'm like, okay. If y'all dated outside the show, you could have left all that out. You know what I mean? The window. Because why? You know what I mean? You didn't have to do all that, you know. But what's killing me is Cam faces be killing me. Cam, he just be looking like you know, his facial expression. I just be want to slap Cam. Good God. His facial expression just be like, another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh Lord, another one.
Hold on. Why did I just look up at him and was like, why is Martell on the screen? Wait a minute. Oh, that's Cam. Okay.
God. Oh my God. I'm not about to play with you. No.
Same person.
Same person.
No, same damn person. And honestly, tell you the truth, this is why I say this on my review. So thank you for triggering this to my mind. Basically, 47 is Martell Hope, and ABC is Coleslaw. I'm gonna need you to go after Jimmy Kimmel. Phone me. And it's the same analogy to this, that Cam is 47 and the government entities is his side chick going out to destroy all this, but then getting big mad when he gets called out to the carpet. And I'm about to play a very iconic sound.
Martell lies sometimes make more sense than Cam's delusion. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Cam act like everybody lying. You know what I'm saying? No, everybody is lying on him.
No, absolutely. And to that point, I am going to play a very iconic clip. Cam, you played, in the words of DJ Khaled, rather, Cam, congratulations, you played yourself. You wasted yourself, bro. Like, just damn.
Dang.
That was the only sound I could think of. Q, like,
well, dang.
Jesus. So
yeah, that definitely showed. Yeah, Cam, get him. Oh my God, let's just go. I'm just done. I can't. No more.
Now, nephew, is Maury gonna come out on the next episode for a paternity test? I just need to know. I just need to know. Is Maury coming?
Did he say Ready to Love Paternity Edition? Oh, Paternity Edition, Ready to Love. Oh,
Ready to Love. Who's the father?
You know what?
Who's the baby? Oh.
Now, hang on. Now, remember that email that I told you about that Gigi's going to be an expert on Ready to Freak Off, right? Or Ready to Freak, which we're so excited for Gigi be on. We're so damn proud of it. Now, there's another spinoff coming that I forgot to tell y'all about. is called Ready to Be a Parent, where it's going to be 10 men and 10 women all ready to be parents. Okay? Now, this is going to come after Ready to Freak, with Gigi not being an expert, which, by the way, we are so damn proud of her. So we got Ready to Freak. We got Ready to Be a Parent. We got some spin-off shows to look forward to, damn it.
Greg.
Don't you say we don't promote our own over here, damn it, okay? Hell. So, in the preview, Cam is a con artist, apparently, to no one's surprise. Then we get to talk to Kiara and Jay. Then Deanna and Eddie might have something. If you remember, Eddie and Deanna did talk a little bit during the show. Then we have Sharice and Cisco. And then we have Tay and Cisco. And you know what? I want to do this because you know, Q and Gigi and everybody, you know, we are about supporting our own over here. And I do think it is time for that commercial break. I think we have been very gracious and covered everything, you know, before. Let me see here, because I know we got it. Where is it, damn it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think I'm coming up on it. Where is it? I think I'm coming up on it. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for that iconic commercial here for our show. Right here. Cisco, do what you do, brother.
Buying Rise Mushroom Coffee on Amazon? Stop. You need to hear this first. I just got a fake one from Amazon and it almost looked identical to the real thing. But here's the problem. When Rise sold out, a wave of copycats popped up, selling knockoffs that look legit, but they're not. These fakes do not include all 6 adaptogenic mushrooms, or if they claim to, the doses are way off. Worse, they're not third-party tested for mycotoxins, molds, and heavy metals. That means you could be drinking something loaded with contaminants and have no idea. With Rise, you're safe. Every batch is third-party tested for toxins, and you get the full effective dose of 6 adaptogenic mushrooms. Every sip is clean, pure, and the real deal. If you're planning on trying Rise, use the official link I'm leaving below. Don't risk your health or your money on cheap knockoffs. The real one should have 150,000 sales and tons of 5-star reviews. Don't trust anything else on Amazon or anywhere else. Your body deserves better.
Amen. Amen. Our body deserves better. Y'all, what do y'all think of the preview now that we have virtually had some Rise Mushroom Coffee with our man Cisco here? What do y'all think of the damn preview for part 2 of this damn reunion?
Honestly, I'm just ready for part 2. Go ahead, bring it on. Let's get the rest of this going.
All right,
and then get ready to work on season 11.
No, I feel it. I absolutely do. Sincerely.
But yeah, I am looking forward to hear what Tay has to say about not knowing about Cisco and the whole, Shanice new date thing they had. Because she did mention that was like, I didn't have no date that was like that. So, and then also seeing where they're at after this process. I'm looking forward to that.
Same.
Yeah. I kind of want to. I want to know how Fritz gonna feel about her rubbing paint all on Cisco. I don't want to see what Fritz gonna say.
Well, I'm sure that they have edible body paint now. So I'm sure that experience has been upgraded for Fritz rather. So, I'm sure they have interpreted that date and just elevated it. But no, you're right, because even though they together, that don't mean you don't have feelings for what happened. So you're right. You're absolutely right on that. Oh my God. I will say Cisco does have a nice smile. I will have to say that. And listen, shout out to Q for giving us this, inside joke for us. We're not sponsored by anybody, but we really should be the judges panel for Ready to Love for future seasons. So y'all can get quality people. And I feel like the judges episodes would be hilarious. Honestly, tell you the truth, I feel like we would be like Randy, Simon, and Paula, the old days of American Idol. And everybody would have like their favorite judge. I can already see the social media comments going like, "Q, he's the uncle. But he the homeboy with Brandon though, because when they like something, they both like something.
Oh no.
Then Gigi, she the home girl that she gonna say what needs to be said. Salon's gotta keep everybody in line. It's like, Braylon, would you please quit checking out her dress? I'm sorry. Do you not see the beautiful rose pattern on her? I'm trying to see all of the beauty here. We're trying to get people who are imperfect, but something that will be accommodating for television. Now, I'm sorry if I'm asking her for a date so we can get the best candidate. Solana, listen, this is a part of the job to give quality. All right, my friend, love you as always. Talk soon. Yes, indeed. Oh my God.
All right, yeah, guys, I gotta get out of here, but I will see y'all next week. Just my input on the show. Definitely gonna give this one a 9 because it was definitely good. And I think part 2 is gonna be even better. It still just sucks that this is what we get at the end of the season. We should have had this energy throughout. Yep. And some of the never before seen episode, clips that we've seen. I think if we would have been given those throughout the episode or throughout the season, it definitely would have gave more depth to the show. But yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see everybody next week. See y'all.
All right, talk soon. Yes, indeed. But I know Q that's how the panel would go for us. Those would be all of our personalities. And there'll be weeks where they can't stand us as judges, but then the other weeks is like, you know what? These 4 are actually okay. It's not too bad. Now, we're fair. We are absolutely fair. Absolutely. I feel like eventually, Nephew Tom will probably come on and be like, now, Braylon, you have dated one woman from each of these judges' episodes. I went on a date with them for quality and purposes. This ain't about me, nephew. Do you want good people or not?
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I gotta put some work in here. Mm-hmm. Well, if you gotta put work in, why you get all the thick ones? Cinnamon rolls are thick for a reason. You think I want something skip? You know what?
You know what I'm saying? I gotta try what I like, what I know gonna work,
Exactly. Listen, I'm working for y'all.
Help y'all out,
But then, God forbid, on gets a discrimination case. Braylon went on a date with every thick girl in the auditions, but didn't go on a date with nobody's skin. Well, I mean, hell, I spoke to you in the interview with respect. Wasn't that enough?
It's my spinoff show,
That part.
Ready to Love BBW edition,
Listen, Nephew Tommy could just move out the way. I'll host that one by my damn self. Listen, Will Packer, Lighthearted Entertainment, on Nephew. Do y'all see the spinoff shows we giving y'all? Hire us, damn it. Hey. But that Ray Love BBW edition, me and Q can host that. We can definitely host
Crazy.
It. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Honestly, the way that Steve Harvey and Nephew have their relationship, that's me and Q. Oh, y'all think Nephew is silly. Oh my God. Oh my God. Braylon, shut your ass up.
We got something for you.
I can't help that I got eyes that I can see and glasses that magnify the blessings in front of me. Oh God, we're gonna have this all season.
I ain't lying. Just the beginning. I ain't lying. Don't worry, give me a second. Get ready for the strawberry leather.
That part right there. That part right there. Be like, hey y'all, now listen. I know that seems like, you know, me and Q have this magnetic energy to these women, right? But listen, we also got these gentlemen that love BBWs. So we ain't gonna put up with no shit. So if they ain't about, we're gonna call them out on. See, we're hosts that talk back. And also, before anybody says that Brainley's going to date any of these women, there's a 1-year non-disclosure agreement that I gotta honor. Okay? So let's get all this straight. Then Will's gonna be like, did you really just give game on TV? Well, no, it was called transparency because I don't want to get fired from my damn job.
Gotta keep the job. Gotta stay employed.
Y'all, that's our show. Q, any final thoughts, brother? I mean, I feel like this was, like Gigi said, this was a 9 for me too. What's your score of it?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
And it's a blow that we gotta give it a 9 because of the drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish we could have gave it a 9 or a 10 because of the love that was being shared amongst the people and the connections that are staying and growing. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Versus people coming onto the show scorned and upset about this and upset about that. You know? But I'm gonna give it a 9. Hopefully part 2 can keep up the same energy.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but hopefully.
Well, I mean, they gotta pick up from where they started.
Yeah.
And they got a hell of a way to bring us back, because expecting what?
You're right about that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all the daily motivator, and then we're gonna head on out here. By the way, shout out to the audience tonight. We had like up to 10 people at one time tonight. And there's 6 people here now. So thank y'all so much for that.
Appreciate it.
We've been reviewing this show for some seasons now, and the chemistry and the consistency and the investment of this panel is unmatched. I promise you. You will laugh, you will cry, you will be pissed, but you experience every emotion.
Motivated.
Absolutely motivation too. And like I said, we don't put on a show just to exist. We really do take what we do seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously. At all. Sorry.
Better get a seat while the ticket's free.
Listen, say that. Let the church say amen. Say that shit again. Listen, honestly, tell you the truth, I feel like the 4 of us, regardless of what we do, we always gonna have projects together in some shape, form,
almost up. Yeah.
Without question. You know what I mean? Honestly, tell you the truth, if they do the judges auditions, I feel like, you know, and I'm gonna be high-minded, but I feel like we will be the best at it. Sincerely, like we really do love the possibilities of this show, and I think we go as hard because we want to see the possibilities that we speak of.
And everybody likes as well. Everybody likes as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's your boy Q, man. I'm signing off, man.
All right, love you, brother. We'll talk next week, brother, and throughout the week. Love you as always, man.
For sure, big dog. All right,
man. Let me get y'all the daily motivator up here, and then we'll head on out. A great after show. Thank you all so much for being here. It's time for the motivator. Jaw is better than war. Winston Churchill. It's time for the daily motivator for 25. Good life. Calm down and be real. Nobody really cares about what you're so earnestly trying to prove. Relax, smile, and be kind. Make a genuine connection with people, not to gain points, but to give respect and consideration. Let go of the fretting and worry. Deal effectively with the troubles that arise, but don't borrow them from the future. Allow yourself to stand in awe of the possibilities that surround you. Pick a few and go with them, but not so many that you don't become overwhelmed. Think gratitude and express it out loud. Every time you appreciate life's abundance, you open the door for even more. Take the meaningful actions. Follow the priorities outlined with goodness, step by step, moment by moment. Create a good life for yourself and those around you. Ralph Morrison. Woo! Well, the first thing I would say is calm down and be real. I think that is the first thing to do. Sincerely, I try my very best in my life to have a mindset of understanding that just because life can get crazy doesn't mean that I have to allow my mind to get that way, right? So that's the first thing I would say is whatever you give, you will receive, right? The second thing I'll say to you is allow yourself to stand in the awe of the possibilities that surround you. Today may have been a hard day for you, but you still made it. Today may have been a hard day for you, but you still made it. Today may have been a hard day for you, but you still made it. And I think sometimes we are so focused on conquering everything that we negate the fact that we conquered something. We try our best to conquer everything that we negate the fact that we conquered something. We will try our best to conquer everything that we negate that we've conquered something, right? And finally, every time you appreciate life's abundance, you open the door for more. Steve Harvey said, why would God give you more things to be ungrateful for? Oh my God, this apartment ain't what I want. But why would he give you a house? Man, this 2006 car ain't shit. Why would he give you a 2020 car? You see where I'm going here? So you have to recognize within yourself that you may not have everything. You're further along than where you started. As I'm saying this to you, I'm saying it to myself too. Because I went to go get my haircut today, and I was talking with the barber and also the owner of the barbershop, and just giving some game, and letting them know that it's better to place in third place than not place at all. Because everybody believes being in first place means that you are a winner. You are a winner by how you carry yourself and how you invest into your life. Because when you in first place, you got to match the energy. But if you in third place, you still in the winner circle. People still see you. They still hear you. They still want to embrace you. But the more that you put in that work, eventually you get to second place. It's like, okay, all right, there's some fight in this person. And then when you finally get to first place, you understand the weight of it because you had to work to handle the weight of that. So with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you are always one blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's nothing but chosen. One love, much love, all love. We have spent time with you. You have spent time with us. And hopefully, by spending time together, we're also be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, live your best life, or you just recognizing that just because you call yourself a rose don't mean that you are about being a rose. Make sure the replay is not being a rose, rather. Make sure the replay is not just where you watch it, not just where you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. We love you, we value, we embrace you all. Always remember, or see love God give, or see love God give, or see love God give it. Whatever obstacles you've overcome, wherever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, we are extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, you can't complain about what you got when you ordered what you got. And I think that's a prime example on Ready to Love. The show's called Ready to Love. The only way you will get the love that you're asking for is if you're open to doing the work to get that love. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you and all of us as a society, as a people, as a culture. We feel the love and we send it right back to you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Love y'all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.